This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You are watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Now, when I woke up this morning, I didn't know I was going to be doing 3 videos on Anthony Joshua in the same day. But, hey, what can you do? Anthony Joshua, of course, he is the biggest name in the heavyweight division, arguably, globally, in boxing. Maybe only second to Canelo Alvarez. Again, it's a debatable point because obviously we haven't seen Canelo travel abroad and to see what kind of numbers that he would do in different time zones and all that kind of stuff. Of course, Anthony Joshua has done that. But Anthony Joshua, to follow on from this morning's video, which if you haven't watched, please go give it a watch. Make sure you are subscribed. It's very important that you do this. It's free. You'll love it. Now, Anthony Joshua has signed a multi-fight, multi-year deal exclusive with DAZN. Of course, he's going to be earning hundreds of millions of dollars. Is that per fight, per year? Who knows? But either way, it's huge deal for DAZN. It really is. Of course, that means he's no longer going to be fighting on Sky Sports. So his next fight with Alexander Usyk will be here in the UK, of course, as in the platform, live and exclusive on DAZN pay-per-view. So this will be DAZN's first pay-per-view in the UK, but second overall. Of course, the first one was Canelo Alvarez versus Dimitri Bivol, which apparently done very well. Now, we're still waiting on an official date and venue for the Alexander Usyk rematch. Who knows? Maybe that will follow as soon as I upload this one. Who knows? So maybe I'll end up doing 4 videos on Anthony Joshua. But what we do know now, outside of the fact that he's going exclusive with DAZN, is that now Anthony Joshua has become a special advisor, a brand ambassador, and a shareholder with DAZN. So Anthony Joshua is going to be joining DAZN's strategic advisory board. Now, what does that mean? Well, DAZN, they've had quite a few brand ambassadors over the years, over the last couple of years. Cristiano Ronaldo, when he was with Juventus. Of course, DAZN, they had links and exclusivity with Serie A, the Italian football league. I believe they still do. I'm not too sure. But they've had Canelo Alvarez, when Canelo Alvarez first joined up with DAZN. He's a brand ambassador. I don't know if he still is anymore. But Anthony Joshua, what this means is that Anthony Joshua will obviously be promoting and talking about DAZN. He'll be working behind the scenes, working with them to see what new markets they can break into, what kind of fight nights can they put on, all that kind of thing. Now, Anthony Joshua does have experience of that. People may say, yeah, but Anthony Joshua, he had Eddie Hearn and Sky Sports to do all the promotional work and that for him. Anthony Joshua has been very hands-on ever since he became a pay-per-view fighter. He's involved in all of his shows from the top to the bottom, always has been. The finances, you name it. So he is kind of experienced in that area, but of course he is going to be working alongside with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn, of course, is the brand ambassador and that for DAZN, I believe, too. So, huge deal. So quite clearly, they were the key, or some of the key points outside of the finances that attracted Anthony Joshua to go exclusive with DAZN, because he gets more things out of it. He's a shareholder, which means he can sell his share if he wants to. If DAZN start making serious profit, he's going to make some serious profit. So there's that way to look at it. And of course, he can help grow DAZN here in the UK especially, and of course globally. Anthony Joshua has a lot of contacts, a lot of high-end contacts in countries like Dubai, in countries like Nigeria. The list goes on. He's a big name in America. That will help. So you can certainly see why DAZN have offered him those kind of extra perks, those kind of extra responsibilities even. Now, could this mean that Anthony Joshua, because obviously he manages fighters with his 258 management company, for example, on DAZN, you've got Campbell Hatton, you've got Lawrence Okoli, you've got Joshua Buatsi. Is Solomon, is he still there? I'm not too sure. With Sky Sports and Boxer, so nothing to do with Eddie Hearn or DAZN, Sky Sports, Boxer and Ben Shalom, a couple of his fighters such as Fraser Clark, such as Ben Whittaker, and a couple of others. So does that mean now going forward, any fighters that he has, and if Ben Whittaker and Fraser Clark, etc., come to an end of the deal, he's going to convince them to go to DAZN, because he's the brand ambassador. He's going to help build them. Maybe, but knowing Anthony Joshua like I think a lot of us do, he'll always do what's best for the fighter individually. Otherwise, he'd have convinced Fraser Clark and Ben Whittaker to have signed for DAZN and Eddie Hearn in the first place, rather than helping them with a deal for Sky Sports and Boxer. So we really have to wait and see how all this plays out. But that's the extra little trimmings as to why Anthony Joshua has signed exclusively with DAZN. Now, some people have stated, well, what if Anthony Joshua loses to Alexander Usyk in a rematch? How's that going to affect this contract that he has with DAZN? Well, clearly not. DAZN are getting him now with the thought of A, he's going to beat Usyk, or B, he doesn't beat Usyk. But they want him regardless. They're still big fights. Even if Anthony Joshua was to lose, which heaven forbid, hopefully it doesn't happen. I'd love Anthony Joshua to become a 3-time heavyweight world champion. And as I said in the previous video, and a video about a week or two ago, that Anthony Joshua, if he was to defeat Alexander Usyk, will become the first heavyweight in the history of the heavyweight division to have lost the World Heavyweight Championship and won it back in the immediate rematch twice. Currently, he's one of 4 who's done it once: Muhammad Ali, Lennox Lewis, and Floyd Patterson, and of course Anthony Joshua. That said, so even if he was to lose to Alexander Usyk, then there's still big fights out there for him, isn't there? Of course there is. The Tyson Fury fight is always going to be a big fight, with or without belts. It's going to be a rematch with Dillian White, maybe a rematch with Joseph Parker. I mean, of course, Joseph Parker's now exclusive with Boxer and DAZN, so I don't really know how that's going to work out. But again, internationally, there's no restrictions, is there? Filip Hrgović, of course, he's a Wasserman fighter, but he does fight on DAZN, or at least he does currently. Martin Bakole, of course, he's currently a free agent, as far as I'm aware. As far as a promotional deal is concerned, I don't know who his manager is anymore. It was MTK. Don't know who it is anymore. Maybe it's Benny Nelson. I don't know. But there's still decent fights out there for him. There are. Could Eddie Hearn work out something with PBC? It's a bit difficult to maybe get a Wilder fight and that, but if they could, why not? So there's still plenty of options out there for Anthony Joshua. Win, lose or draw against Usyk, Anthony Joshua is still going to be the biggest name in the heavyweight division. You don't just lose everything you built over a couple of losses. You just don't. Anyway, that's my thoughts. You drop me yours. Do you think that this is a good move for Anthony Joshua? Do you think him leaving Sky Sports is a bad idea? Or do you think it doesn't really matter? Ultimately, it depends on going forward if he defeats Usyk or if he doesn't. Anthony Joshua is a very, very clever businessman. We've seen that already. We've already seen that. Okay, he's very, very good at marketing himself, and he's going to transfer a lot of that into DAZN to make DAZN the go-to platform. Can they overtake Sky Sports in the UK? Time will tell. A lot of that will be dependent on what Sky Sports do as well, won't it? Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video.